on News Talk KZRG. Here's your KIX 102.5 news update.
Good morning. I'm Ethan Thomas with the news. Please continue to be heat smart. Yes, it is summertime, and yes, these temperatures are expected. But don't let your guard down. A heat advisory continues through 7 p.m. Tuesday. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Daily afternoon highs in the mid to upper 90s will lead to heat index values generally between 100 and 105 degrees through at least Tuesday. Warm overnight temperatures in the mid 70s each night will provide little relief from the heat. Some good news though, long-range model guidance suggests below average temps sometime the first week of August. Missouri wants to increase your hunting and fishing license fees. Missouri Department of Conservation cites inflation and what neighboring states are charging as the reasons for the proposed price hikes. Under the plan, Missouri residents would pay $19.50 for a firearms deer hunting permit compared to the current $18 charge. A fishing license would rise to $14, up from the current price of $13 for Missouri residents. Public comments on the proposed changes are being taken through the end of this month. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas on KIX 102.5.
A heat advisory in effect today. It's going to be really hot. Lots of sunshine, feeling close to 106 this afternoon. We'll see mostly clear skies tonight with a low near 77. Sunshine near 100 for Tuesday, and then same thing on Wednesday. Lots of sunshine. Going to feel close to 100. Your KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar's not really showing a lot of anything across the 4 states. 75 in Center Point, 79 in Pittsburgh, 79 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app. Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we have Emma from Joplin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Emma. And if you've got a kiddo who wants to take part in the KIX Kids Pledge, just check out the Morning KIX page at KIX1025.com. We are just 18 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound. $902.50 up for grabs if you can be caller number 5 at 720. Here's Nate Smith on KIX 102.5. Good morning. Let me make sure I've got everything turned off where it needs to be, and I think we are good to go. There we go. Good morning, Megan, Christy. Good morning, Floyd. Happy Monday. What a weekend. Oh, I am sitting very tall. Like cutting off part of my head. And see if there's a way that I could maybe, I don't know, prop the camera up on. Morning, Tina. A little bit. Does that help? Doing pretty well this morning. It was a crazy, crazy weekend. How you doing this morning? Morning, Jimmy. Everyone doing okay today? Staying cool? Staying in the air conditioned. It's going to be another really, really hot one, and it's going to stay this way for days. Like the temperature itself is going to get close to 100, and then it's going to feel closer to like 106 to 110. So very, very hot this week. For a Monday, I'm in a great mood. I had a wonderful weekend. Love to hear that. What made it so good, Christy? Morning, 40 Farms Livestock. Jimmy over on TikTok. Tired but good. I feel that one, Megan. I feel that a lot. So I have to tell you what happened on Saturday. Because Saturday was just insanity. Saturday was crazy. It was one of those days where it was very much like a divide and conquer sort of day. Like I had to go one way and the kids were going another way. So me and Kyle had to separate, and we each had one kid, and we were running errands with each different kid. And Kyle had to go up to Olathe. Mind you, Saturday was his birthday. So Kyle went with one kid to Olathe, And then I took the other kid and we did birthday parties and all this good stuff. Like Saturday was just, I wish I could have been like an amoeba and just like separated myself into more of me. It was one of those days. We were just lots of stuff to do. So as Kyle is like, I don't know, like 10 to 15 minutes away from where he's meeting in Olathe, he runs over something. He has no idea what it is. He runs over something. And then there is this like thudding noise as he's driving. And it only happens for a few seconds and then it's over. And so he's like, are we good? Are we okay? Doesn't think anything else of it. He gets to Olathe. Oh, is Happy Gilmore 2? Was it good? I was hoping that it was good. Morning, Riley. So he gets to Olathe, and the car seems totally fine now. Does what he's got to do. All right, time to head back. He makes it, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes outside of Olathe. The tire is not okay. The tire is not okay at all. He pulls over, looks at it, and it's like someone has taken a potato peeler to this tire and has just like shredded along it. So he's like, okay, no big deal. Totally fine. I'm in the middle of nowhere on the highway. I think he's on like US 69 at this point. Not near anywhere. He's like, I'll put the spare on and I will drive back to Olathe and I will get it fixed. Here's the deal. We bought this car in, gosh, what was it? January, February? And the folks who we bought it from, and this is totally fine. It was their car, their business. They wanted something that felt very luxurious. They wanted something that was really nice. And so they made a lot of upgrades on this car, which we now get to enjoy, and they're great, but they also can make things really difficult. And so Kyle goes to try and get the lug nuts off of this tire that is shredded at this point, mind you. Nothing. It will not budge. I mean, bless his heart. And it starts pouring rain on him while he's out there. And mind you, while all of this is going on, I'm doing the birthday party thing with the boy. And so busy with that, but super worried about Kyle. And he is just fighting tooth and nail to get these stupid stinking lug nuts off. And they won't come off. And so finally he was like, I am just going to have to drive like 10 miles on the side of the highway and hope to God that nobody hits me, that this tire doesn't completely shred and I'm driving on my rim, which will ruin that, make it even worse. And so he drives like 10 miles an hour on the shoulder. Cops passed him. Nobody stopped. No cop ever was like, yo, this is not okay. You're driving on the side of the road, your tires thumping around, you're kind of doing this. Like nobody, nothing. And oh my gosh, he was understandably, he was not happy by the time he got into Lewisburg. Thank God he was close enough to Lewisburg that he was able to get there. And he parks the car, and there are two cops helping to jump a car in this parking lot where he winds up, which I think he said it was like a McDonald's or something. Hang tight real quick. KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen 709. We'll see sunshine today, and it's going to be very, very hot. Heat index values at like 106. It is 79 in Joplin. We'll take a full look at your forecast in just 14 minutes, but we're just 10 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound. That jackpot, $902.50 up for grabs. If you give me caller number 5 at 720 and tell me what the secret sound is. And hopefully you saw the hint up on the KIX app over the weekend, because the hint is no longer up there, but if you saw it, it's going to help you to guess and win in just 10 minutes. Here's Dylan Scott on the four states number one for cash, KIX 102.5. So anyway, he finally reaches McDonald's. And keep in mind, this should have been like a mere minutes drive, but when you're going like 10 miles an hour on the highway, I mean, hours at this point that he's been dealing with this. And so he parks the car at McDonald's, and there's someone else there that these two cops are helping. I think he said that they were like jumping this girl's car or something. And he goes over to ask for help. And they told him there's an O'Reilly's down the street. So he moves down the street, walks down the street, goes to O'Reilly's. He buys like one of those kits that has like all the different size components that you need to get your lug nuts off, because he thought maybe you just had the wrong size. Not a single one of them worked. They were either too big or too small. So he goes back to O'Reilly's and they sell him. Sounds like what my wife had to go to last week. Then I met her and got the tire fixed. She was on her way home from work. Yeah, no Randy all week. Randy's on vacation. And so from there, he walks back to O'Reilly. They sell him another piece. And they're like, this thing works for just about every car out there. Go for it. He goes back. It doesn't work. And at this point, like, he is not happy. It's his birthday. He's been at this for hours. It's raining on him. Like, not a great day. And so I was like, the best of the car's ability, drive down there and have them look so you don't have to keep doing this guessing game of like back and forth about what to do. And so he drives the car down there, and the guy from O'Reilly's comes out, and he takes one look at our rim, at our hubcap, whatever, and he's like, oh, yeah, you've got lock lug nuts. Had no idea. Had absolutely no idea. So Kyle goes back over to where the spare tire and stuff is. Lo and behold, there's the key. He was able to get the lug nuts off, get the spare tire on. Woohoo! Things are looking up. This is so great. So he drives back to Olathe. It's pouring rain. And he goes to this tire place that is supposed to close at 6, mind you. He gets there at 5:15. He has been at this for 6 hours, I think, at this point, just about. He gets there at 5:15. And he's like so relieved and so, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be here. And this guy, the manager, goes, oh no, I started sending my guys home a while ago. I'm not going to ask anymore. I'm not going to ask him to stay. You're going to have to go somewhere else. Your shop closes at 6. And they refused to work on the car because the manager was already sending his guys home early. So there were still people there at this tire place who could have worked on the car. But he wasn't going to ask any of his guys to do that, to stay for as long as they were supposed to stay, because he'd already sent some of his guys home. So from there, I was like, go to this other place. I've called this other place. They're expecting you. They have told me that they will get you in. They also close at 6, but they're willing to make it work. So he drives to another tire place, and thankfully this place was much, much more accommodating, and they were completely understanding. And they were like, you know what, we're treating you the way we'd want to be treated in this situation, how we'd want our families to be treated in this situation. So he got there about 5:30, and they stayed open just a little bit later for him. Actually, a guy showed up after Kyle got there, and so they stayed even later for that guy. But they bent over backwards to work with Kyle and make it work. Hold on. Hi, the morning KIX. Yeah, what's up? Yes, ma'am. Yep, good luck. Bye-bye. Okay, so he goes to the second location, and they're great, and they help him, and they bend over backwards, and they give him his military discount, and they're like, you know what? You've also just had a really bad day. So they just give him another discount just because they're good people like that, which was great. So Kyle wound up buying 2 new tires with them and did not get home until after 9 on Saturday. And he should have been home by like 1. It was insane. 1, I cannot believe that none of the cops driving by him on the highway stopped to help. That was crazy. Because I've been in a position where I've been on the side of the road and cops have stopped and helped me. And I don't know if it's because he was still driving. They figured he was okay. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But then to ask the cops in the parking lot who were already actively there to help people if they could help him when he was done and for them to point him over to O'Reilly's, I was like, yo, like, come on. Why could you not just also, you're there to protect and serve. Part of that is serving. So yeah, Saturday was nuts. Saturday was crazy. And the entire time, like, I'm at home just like panicked. I'm like, I want my husband to be okay, and it's his birthday, and he's having such a terrible day, and I just want to make it better for him. KIX 102.5, the four states #1 for country. Your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound right after Jordan Davis on KIX 102.5. And on his birthday. I was like, this. And what's crazy, okay, what makes this even worse is last year on his birthday, another one of our cars had tire problems. And so he kept making the joke that this year wasn't going to be a tire birthday. And he was like, we're not going to have to worry about tires this year. It's going to be great. And I was like, you've got to quit saying that. You're going to jinx yourself. You really have got to quit saying that. And on his birthday, the tire shreds on the stinking highway. I was like, we are not going to make jokes about tires and birthdays ever again. Yeah, I hope it was better once he got home. Honestly, I fell asleep on the couch, like, I think within minutes of him getting home on Saturday. But on Sunday, I did like a taco bar, and I made him some birthday cookies because he wanted treats that he could share with the dogs. And so I made him these peanut butter cookies that he can eat or the dogs can eat. So we did that, and just, it was kind of like a yes day for him. Like, what do you want to do? You want to play video games? Go for it. You want to just go nap for a couple of hours? Go for it. That's exactly what he said, Jimmy. He was like, next year, I'm not going anywhere. He's like, I'm staying home, and you can go wherever. Did he go back by what he hit? I don't know. Kyle, are you on right now? Did you ever go back by what you hit or figure out what you hit? I have no idea, but whatever he hit was enough to, like, it looked like someone had taken a potato peeler to the tire, just whoop, and then it had gotten wrapped around like the axle or whatever in the car. All right, secret sound. All right, ready for secret sound? KIX 102.5, the four states #1 for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 719. Another really, really hot one today. Heat advisory in effect, so it's going to feel like 106. It is 79 in Joplin. We'll take a full look at your forecast in just 4 minutes. But right now, let's see if we can give away some cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound. We've got $902.50 up for grabs. If you can be caller number 5 at 417-623-1025 and tell me, what is this sound? What do you think? What was that? Caller number 5, 417-623-1025 for a chance to win $902.50 from the four states #1 for cash. Hi, Morning KIX, caller number 1. Keep trying. Hi, Morning Kicks. Caller number 2. Try again. Hi, Morning Kicks. Caller number 3. Keep trying. Hi, Morning Kicks. Caller number 4. Hurry up and go right back. Hi, Morning Kicks. Who is this? Julie, where are you from? That's what I thought. Julie from Parsons. Oh, hold on. That is not going through at all. There we go. Julie from Parsons, you are caller number 5. Woohoo! Julie. All right, you are no stranger to the secret sound. In fact, you have won it before, so let's see if you can win it again, shall we? For $902.50, Julie, what is this sound? She says a fan running for $902.50. That is not it, Julie. But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $927.50, and give you another chance to guess the win tomorrow morning at 7:20. Thanks, Julie. Have a good one. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for cash. Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound. Okay. We are trucking right along. You didn't like the hint this time? Why? Julie waits for the hint to drop. Then she's caller number 5 over and over. Julie's really good at it. I feel like between Julie and Christine, there's going to be a lot of back and forth between them with this one. Did everyone see the hint over the weekend? It was up all weekend, and then it went down on this morning at 7. You thought it was too hard of a hint? Morning, Cat Mama. Thanks for the follow. Morning, Wild Cam. I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to Randy. But I will say, like, the hint. When you know what the sound is, the hint will make so much sense. And you'll be like, oh, duh. Good morning, Harry. How you doing? Happy Monday. Yeah, so Saturday was nuts. Sunday was a much better day. Except, as I was getting ready for bed last night, I felt like an itch on my arm. So I went to go scratch my arm. It was a spider. And as I went to scratch my arm, the spider goes whoop, and comes running up on my hand. And I want to say, this wasn't like a little baby spider. It wasn't even like a cute little jumping spider. This was like a $50 sized, like, a little bit of a hunker. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how long it's been there. I don't think it was a brown recluse because I feel like as soon as I started like fiddling with it, it would have bit me or I don't know. So yeah. Right before bed last night, I had a spider on me. And then I was laying in bed and like, do you ever have that feeling where you've had like a spider or something on you and then your body's like, you have spiders everywhere on you now. You should probably just be itchy everywhere. Because that was me when I went to bed last night. I was laying in bed and I was like, okay, I feel like I have itchies everywhere. This is ridiculous because I know I'm not covered in spiders. I mean, it was brown, but I didn't see like the shape on the thorax. Is it the thorax? It wasn't yellow. It was just all brown. Yeah, that was really the hint, Riley. Like, really? Morning, Bryson. But it had like the long, skinny legs, like a brown recluse. It just didn't have the pattern on the back of it, you know? It reminds me of when I was in college and I just grabbed one of the random shirts out of my drawer and I like pulled it on. And as I was putting my hand through the sleeve, I could feel what felt like a tangle of threads or something. And so I like clasped my fingers on it so I could like pull it out. Oh no, that was the spider. That was the brown recluse that I was like holding on between my fingers. My roommate did not like that wake up that morning. I've also been bitten by a brown recluse more than once. So they're not my favorite. My dad's house back in Wichita had like a nest of them or something at one point. And I've been bitten by them, I'd say like 2 or 3 times. The worst of it though was on the inside of my leg, and like it was so gross. Like there was an actual like hole in my leg where I was bitten that was like white and oozy, and it was disgusting. I'm sorry for eating. Oh yeah, I dropped it so fast. Let me Google wolf spider. No, it didn't look like that. It didn't have any of the stripes and stuff. Okay, well, actually, looking at the picture of a brown recluse, that's what it looks like. I just don't remember seeing the dark on the front. This is definitely what it looked like. I'm not scared of spiders. I just kill them, but I'm deathly afraid of snakes. See, I'm the other way around. I would much rather have a snake than a spider. And I don't know if it's just because I've been bitten by them before. And so I have like that known fear, I guess, from spiders. Growing up, one of my neighbors had a snake. I don't remember what kind of snake. It was a python, and it was black and white. And I want to say maybe a king cobra, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't have the big fan. It was some kind of a cobra, though. It was black and white. And whenever our neighbors were like feeding it or doing anything with it, they always invited us over and were like, hey, do you want to come check out the snake? And so I don't know. I just had a very different experience with spiders than snakes growing up. Yes. Okay. See, that makes sense, Christy. I get that. And like Randy's thing with snakes, like I totally get why he doesn't like them either because he's been bitten like 20 million times by them. KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen 731. I've got my Jen's movie rehab recap right after Miranda Lambert on KIX 102.5. I would have moved. I hate snakes. It was a really nice snake. And you could hold it, and it was totally chill. It was totally fine with humans. Actually, Kyle and I have talked about getting a snake at some point. In the very far off future, but someday. How was Miss Fancy this weekend, Megan? My brother ended up taking me with him to Cam Brown. It was amazing. We ended up getting free pit passes. What? He says, thank you so much for the tickets. My foot still killing me. I have metal blades in his. Ouch, Tina. Well, I'm so glad that it worked out for him to go and that you had to go with him. Like, that's amazing. I know a few folks who went to Cam Brown, and they said it was great. Morning, Lisa. I'm doing very well. How are you doing? You have a good weekend? If you got any good pictures, Tina, you can send them to the KIX Facebook page. I'd love to see them. Morning, Kitty. All right. Oh my gosh, and I need to mention that we're giving away tickets to go to Whitewater in Branson right now. You can get signed up by texting the word tickets to 417-623-1025. Wonderful way to beat the heat with us. How hot it is. Definitely showing how much of a true diva she is. She loves being in front of a fan, loves the water. Kennel training is going well. Little Miss Thing. Like, give me the fan, give me the water. Living up to the name Fancy. KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7:35. A heat advisory in effect today. It's going to be really, really hot. Sunshine, going to feel like 106. It is 79 in Joplin. We'll take a full look at your forecast in just 25 minutes. Also in the next hour, I know Randy says he's on vacation today, but where is he really? Like, I'm sure he's back at the Baldapalooza that he likes to go to every year for bald men. I wouldn't be surprised if he was at that today. But what do you think? Where is Randy really today? 623-1025 to call or text. You can also tell me on Facebook. Also, still getting you signed up to win tickets to go check out Whitewater in Branson, which is like the perfect way to cool down right now. Text the word tickets to 417-623-1025 to get entered to win, and we'll find out who that winner is in just 15 minutes. But over the weekend, I had to watch another movie and this is where Randy assigns me a movie to watch over the weekend, because before I came to KIX, I had seen very few, if any, movies before, so I'm being rehabilitated. Every weekend, I'm assigned a movie, and then I watch it, and I come back on Monday. I rank it 1 to 10, and I let you know what I thought about it. So over the weekend, I watched the 2010 drama, The Social Network. And I was a little bit nervous going into this movie because I think tech is fine. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't really know the lingo or anything like that. So I wasn't sure if this movie was going to kind of go over my head. But that is such a fraction of what this movie really is about. It's so much more about, friendship and loyalty. And you have these just incredibly well-acted characters. I mean, Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg blew my mind, because you have this character who is just, he's compelling and he's brilliant, but he's also like kind of ruthless and he's kind of awkward and he's a little off-putting when you hear him talk a whole lot. Like, one of my favorite moments with him is when he is sitting at the table with the lawyers, and the lawyer's like, do you think you should listen to me? Are you listening to me? And Mark Zuckerberg goes, I took an oath. I cannot lie. No. And he is just like so frank and cold and unassuming. And it was just so well acted on Jesse Eisenberg's part. But for me, Andrew Garfield as Eduardo was just the best part of this entire movie, because you see this character who is trying really hard to still be a friend to his best friend, and who is consistently having his loyalty, tested and pushed throughout this entire movie before he's completely pushed out of the way as a partner here in Facebook. Justin Timberlake was also in this movie, and I love the moment when they have their meeting and he's leaving and he goes, oh, by the way, drop the on Facebook, just Facebook. And there's kind of this moment of pause, and then everyone's like, oh my gosh, it was genius. And just the writing was so good in this movie, but it was truly the acting between Jesse Eisenberg and Andrew Garfield that made this movie just so interesting to watch. Because also, like, it was a tech movie, so I was like, is it going to be kind of slow? Is it going to be a little bit boring? But I don't think it really was at all. I actually really enjoy this movie. It was a little darker than I anticipated as well for being a movie about Facebook. So if you haven't seen it, I know it's like 15 years old at this point, but if you haven't seen it, I really recommend that you do watch The Social Network, because I feel like it is still a relevant movie today. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9. So we'll find out what I'm watching on Friday for the next installment of Jen's Movie Rehab on the four states number one for country, KIX 102.5. Thank you, Megan. I've never been to Whitewater and Branson either, but I think it would be so fun. Especially right now, because it has been grossly hot. Getting away for a little bit and going and just like existing in the water just sounds so great. Have a good one, Riley. Be safe. Stay cool. All right, let's go see. There we go. Wow. We got a ton of people entered for this. This is awesome. I think we've got more people for these than we had for Kane Brown last Friday. All right, we'll let it simmer for another minute, and then I got to call the winner. So if you're wanting to get entered and you haven't yet, make sure to text tickets to 623-1025 for those Whitewater tickets. This is your last minute to get entered to win before I go ahead and have it draw the winner and give them a call. Hey, good morning, Sarara. How was your weekend? How was the baby shower? I would definitely recommend buying Fast Pass. It's always so busy. Good to know, Tina. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad it went well. Let me double check. Yes. I think everyone's got them all week long. Morning Kicks, MJ, Brett. So lots of chances to win. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Give me 1 second. All right, system pick our winner. Okay. We are good to go there. Good. Is that right? Is that right? Bummer. Hello. Morning Kicks. Hi, who is this? Is this Bonnie? Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, and I want you to answer your phone like I just called you, okay? Ready? Go. Hey, is this Bonnie? Bonnie, I have a favor to ask, okay? It has been really, 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 really hot. So I need to know what is the best way to cool down and quick. Jump. Do you have a pool that I could come jump in? Oh, well, perfect. Well, I'll be over in 15 minutes then. Okay. But what if instead of going to a pool, I gave you tickets to Whitewater in Branson. Woo-hoo! Congratulations, Bonnie. You have just won a pair of tickets to go to Whitewater. Does Celsius of 4 states #1 for country? Fabulous. All right, Bonnie. Yeah, of course. And actually, I think we've got all your info. Let me double check. Has anything changed since you won last time? You still over on Grand? Okay. Um, I think you need to pick these up, but I do not know that for sure. So do me a favor. Call our clearance office at 624-1025 after 9 o'clock and ask how you need to get these Whitewater tickets, and they will let you know for sure because I'd hate for you to drive all the way down here just for nothing. But I don't think they're emailing them to you. So just double check with them before you take the time to come on down here, and they'll let you know how to get your tickets, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you bet. Have a great time, Bonnie. Bye-bye. I got to make that up. I totally forgot my own phone number just then. I was like, what is my phone number? Okay, that was embarrassing. My phone never rang. Did I not call my number? What is my phone number? Holy cow. Well, I don't know who I just called, so that's really cool. That was great. That was great, Jen. Oh, my Lanta. Calling random people at 7:45 on a Monday morning. Perfect. So sweet, Bonnie. Morning, Major. Morning, Godzilla. So is it just like a water park with like slides and a lazy river and things like that? I know. Leave it to Major to show up late. What's new? Okay. Did you guys hear the call for Secret Sound? I don't think I had that turned on for you. Morning, Kelsey. Eggs and cheese with salsa. That sounds good. I made Kyle breakfast on Sunday morning, and that's kind of what I made him. I made him a sandwich with eggs and sausage and cheese. All right, 44 seconds. The best that I can. KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. It's morning KIX, Randy and Jen, 752. A heat advisory in effect today. It's going to feel like 106. It is 79 in Joplin. We'll take a full look at your forecast in just 8 minutes. Also in the next hour, here's the deal. Randy says that he's on vacation, but like, let's be honest. We all know he's out there just getting his legs stretched, trying to figure out how to get a few inches taller. So where do you really think Randy is today? 417-623-1025 to call or text. You can also tell me on Facebook. But we've been getting you signed up twin tickets to go check out Whitewater in Branson, and our system has just picked a winner. So let's go ahead and give them a call. We'll see if they answer. If I can get the number in there. There we go. Uh-oh. Did I do it right? It's not ringing. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, there we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Bonnie?
Yes?
Bonnie, I have a favor to ask, okay?
What's up?
It has been really, 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 really hot. So I need to know what is the best way to cool down and quick.
Jumping in a pool.
Do you have a pool that I could come jump in?
Yes,
Oh, well,
actually.
perfect. Well, I'll be over in like 15 minutes then.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
But what if instead of going to a pool, I gave you tickets to Whitewater in Branson?
Yes, I love it.
Congratulations, Bonnie. You have just won a pair of tickets to go to
Thank you.
Whitewater.
All right, that's wonderful.
Just Celsius, the four states number one for country.
102.5.
You know, they call our buddy Forrest Dodgill a gold digger.
Randy.
Well, I mean, it's because he'll help you discover if you're sitting on a hidden gold mine.
You know, that's exactly what he did for William and Cindy. They called Forrest and his team for what they call a market evaluation on their Joplin rental property.
Within just 48 hours, multiple offers came pouring in, which William and Cindy loved. But here's the best part. The home is worth $80,000 more than what they paid for it 4 years ago.
And even better, William and Cindy lived in Iowa, and Forrest took care of everything, including arranging a remote notary service.
So they were able to close on their home without even leaving Iowa.
Forrest Dodgill, brokered by Real, can guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or he'll buy it.
Or for total convenience, he can give you an instant offer on your home. Contact Forrest to see if you qualify.
Go online to search JoplinHomes.com or Google Forrest Dodgill and start packing.
When you need to sell your home, no one makes it easier than Forrest Dodgill. Just remember,
Get more buyers with more money.
I'm sorry. You guys were hearing all that, weren't you? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Randy's probably already in his pool. I'm going to guess he's still sleeping. I'm pretty sure when Randy goes on vacation, like his schedule completely flips and he stays up really, really late and he sleeps in. All right, friends. So tomorrow, more whitewater tickets up for grabs. We're going to be doing this all day long, all week long. And I'll figure out, I'm pretty sure we have these in house. But I will double check for sure. So whoever wins tomorrow will know for sure what's going on with that. Because I don't think it says here. No, it does not. So I'll find out for sure tomorrow for tomorrow's winner. So we're going to talk about whitewater. Those tickets up for grabs. Also, Secret Sound up for grabs, 927. 927.50 is that jackpot for tomorrow for Secret Sound. And we're going to be talking about your dream cross-country destination. If you could just get up and go anywhere in the country right now, where would you want to go? No wrong answers, just whatever feels good for you. Forrest sold your aunt's house within a week? That's amazing. Forrest and his team helped us get our house. They're great at what they do. So that and a lot more. Morning, Mike. So that and a whole lot more tomorrow. Maybe Major will actually show up within more than just 10 minutes to spare. So have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.